The elevator doors slid open on the 47th floor, and that's when I smelled it. My suppressants were supposed to last another 6 hours. I'd taken double the dose this morning, paranoid as always. But the moment that scent hit me, dark cedar, smoky whiskey, something primal and overwhelming, my knees buckled. Mr. Chai. My assistant's voice sounded distant. Are you all right? I gripped the elevator wall, my briefcase slipping from my fingers. This couldn't be happening. Not here. Not now. Not at Kwon Doyok's company, negotiating the biggest deal of my career. I'm fine, I lied, forcing myself upright. The scent was getting stronger, wrapping around my throat like invisible hands. My body temperature spiked. The glands on my neck began to burn. I'd been hiding my omega status for 3 years. 3 years of suppressants, scent blockers, and carefully constructed lies. My architecture firm thought I was a beta. Everyone did. It was the only way to survive in this alpha-dominated industry. The receptionist led me down a hallway of floor-to-ceiling windows. Each step felt heavier. My skin was too tight. Too hot. Something was very, very wrong. Mr. Kwon is waiting inside, she said, opening massive double doors. The scent slammed into me like a physical force. He stood with his back to me, silhouetted against the Seoul skyline. Tall, broad-shouldered, perfectly tailored suit. Kwon Doyok, the CEO everyone whispered about. Cold. Ruthless. Powerful. At 29, he'd built an empire that made older alphas nervous. I'd seen his photos. They hadn't prepared me for this. He turned and his eyes locked onto mine. Dark, sharp, predatory. For a moment, neither of us moved. Then his nostrils flared. Oh God. He could smell me. Leave us, he commanded the receptionist without breaking eye contact. The door clicked shut behind me. My heart hammered against my ribs. I needed to get out. My suppressants were failing. I could feel it, the omega instincts I'd buried for years clawing their way to the surface. Submit. Kneel. Present. Mr. Chai Saiwon, he said slowly, my name rolling off his tongue like he was tasting it. Junior architect from Hanseong Design. Here to discuss the Gangnam Tower project. I swallowed hard. Yes. I have the proposals. You're an omega. The words hung in the air between us. Not a question. A statement. I don't know what you're talking about, I managed, but my voice shook. Another wave of heat rolled through me, and I stumbled backward. He moved faster than I expected, crossing the distance between us in 3 strides. His hand caught my elbow, steadying me, and the contact sent electricity shooting up my arm. Don't lie to me, he said quietly. His scent intensified, wrapping around me, sinking into my lungs. I can smell you. Sweet citrus and jasmine. You're not just an omega, you're going into heat. No. Panic clawed at my chest. My suppressants, I took them this morning. They don't work on me. What? That was impossible. Suppressants blocked all alpha pheromones. That was the entire point. But looking into his eyes, I believed him. This close. His scent was intoxicating, addictive, dangerous. My body responded involuntarily, pupils dilating, breathing quickening, slick beginning to... No. I jerked away from him, backing toward the door. I need to leave. I'm sorry I can't. The meeting is cancelled. The door is locked. My hand hit the handle. It didn't turn. I spun back to face him, my back pressed against the cold wood. He stood between me and any escape, watching me with an intensity that made my omega instincts scream. Let me out, I demanded, but it came out breathless. You won't make it to the elevator. He tilted his head, studying me like a predator sizing up prey. Your heat will hit in the next 10 minutes. You'll collapse in the hallway, and every alpha in this building will smell you. Terror and something else, something hot and needy, twisted in my gut. He was right. I could feel it building, my body temperature climbing, my mind getting hazy. Why? I gasped as another wave hit. Why is this happening? Because you're mine. The possessiveness in his voice sent shivers down my spine. This was insane. We'd never met. I didn't know him. But my body knew him. My omega knew him. He took another step closer. I pressed harder against the door, but there was nowhere to go. I've been waiting for this, he murmured, so close now I could feel the heat radiating off him. Waiting for you to walk into my territory. To get close enough. You're crazy. Am I? His hand came up, fingers ghosting along my jaw. I actually whimpered, at the contact. Your body doesn't think so. It's calling for me. Begging me. He was right. God help me, he was right. Every instinct I had was screaming to present, to submit, to let this alpha take what he wanted. My vision blurred at the edges. The room tilted. Please, I whispered, not even sure what I was begging for anymore. His dark eyes softened just slightly. I'll take care of you, he promised, his voice dropping to that low alpha rumble that turned my insides to liquid. But first, you need to understand something, Chai Sai-won. His scent wrapped around me completely, drowning me. From this moment on, you're mine. The world went black. I woke up drowning in silk. For a disorienting moment, I didn't know where I was. The sheets were too soft, too expensive. The room was too big, floor-to-ceiling windows revealing a nighttime skyline I didn't recognize. Everything smelled like him, that intoxicating cedar and whiskey scent that made my omega purr with satisfaction. Then the memories crashed back. His office. The heat. His voice saying you're mine. I bolted upright, and pain lanced through my body. My neck throbbed. My thighs ached. I was wearing an oversized white shirt that definitely wasn't mine, and when I pulled the collar down, my fingers found raised marks on my throat. Bite marks. You're awake. I jerked my head toward the voice. Kwon Doyak sat in an armchair across the room, dressed in black slacks and an open white shirt, watching me with those dark, unreadable eyes. What did you do to me? My voice came out hoarse, wrecked. You went into heat. A full heat, triggered by my pheromones. He said it so calmly, like he was discussing the weather. I had no choice but to help you through it. Help me? I looked down at the marks covering my arms, disappearing under the shirt. There were more on my inner thighs. I could feel them. You bit me, I accused, my hand flying back to my neck. A temporary bond, he confirmed. It will fade in a few weeks. Unless what? His eyes darkened. Unless I make it permanent. Horror crawled up my spine. The bond. He'd bonded us without my consent, without even asking. My phone buzzed frantically on the nightstand. I lunged for it, but Doyak was faster, plucking it from my reach. Give that back. You have 43 missed calls, he said, scrolling through. Park Hae-jun. Your friend is persistent. Hae-jun. God, he must be losing his mind. I disappeared after going to this meeting and... What day is it? I demanded. Wednesday. 2 days. I'd lost 2 days to the heat. Let me call him. He'll think I'm dead. You can call him later. Doyak set the phone down on the table beside him, far from my reach. First, we need to discuss the situation. The situation? I laughed bitterly, pulling the sheets tighter around myself. You mean the part where you trapped me in your office and took advantage? I saved you. His voice hardened. Without an alpha to help you through that heat, you would have suffered for days. Possibly injured yourself. Should I have let you walk out into a building full of unmated alphas instead? I hated that he was right. I hated everything about this. My suppressants have never failed before, I said quietly. They didn't fail. I overrode them. He leaned forward, elbows on his knees. My pheromones are stronger than most alphas. When I want something, when I claim something, suppressants don't work. Claimed. That word again. I'm not yours to claim. My phone rang, the sound shrill in the quiet room. Doyak glanced at the screen, and his entire demeanor changed. His eyes went cold. Dangerous. Who is Baek Hyun-sik? Ice flooded my veins. Don't answer that. But he was already swiping to accept, putting it on speaker. Sai-won. Hyun-sik's voice made my skin crawl. Smooth, cultured, hiding the monster underneath. You've been ignoring my calls. I couldn't speak. Couldn't breathe. Who is this? Doyak's voice was deadly quiet. The pause. Then Hyun-sik laughed, low and dangerous. You found yourself a new alpha, haven't you, little omega? Does he know you belong to me? I don't belong to you, I found my voice, shaking with rage and fear. I left you. We're done. We'll never be done. Hyun-sik's voice dropped to that possessive growl I remembered from nightmares. I can smell him on you even through the phone. Another alpha's scent covering what's mine. Where are you, Saiwon? That's none of your concern, Doyak cut in. And who the fuck are you? The alpha who's currently between your omega and you. Doyak's pheromones suddenly filled the room, so thick and dominant I could barely breathe. He's under my protection now. Yunsiek's laugh turned vicious. Protection? You think you can protect him from me? I marked him first. 3 years ago, I claimed him, and he ran. But he's still mine. The phone shook in Doyak's hand. His jaw clenched. If you come near him... I'm already close, Yunsiek interrupted. Closer than you think. I've been watching my runaway Omega for months now. Waiting for the right moment. And now he's been bonded to another alpha? That's unforgivable. The call ended. Silence crashed down around us. My heart hammered so hard I thought it might break through my ribs. Doyak stood slowly, dangerously. When he looked at me, there was something feral in his eyes. Explain. Now. He's my ex, I whispered. From before the suppressants. He was abusive. Possessive. I barely escaped him 3 years ago. Changed my name, moved cities, went on suppressants to hide my scent. And now he's found you. I nodded, wrapping my arms around myself. He'll kill you if you get in his way. Yunsiek doesn't share. He doesn't let go. Neither do I. I looked up at him, confused. Doyak crossed to the bed, gripping my chin and forcing me to meet his eyes. His scent wrapped around me, possessive, protective, absolute. You're mine now, Chai Saiwon. This bond between us might be temporary, but I'm making you a promise. His thumb brushed over the bite mark on my neck, sending shivers through me. I'll protect you from him. But you're not leaving my side. Not until this is resolved. You can't just keep me prisoner. It's not imprisonment. His voice dropped lower. It's protection. And possession. You're mine until this bond fades. He leaned closer, his lips brushing my ear. Or maybe forever. Living with Kwon Doyak was slowly driving me insane. It had been a week since that phone call from Yunsiek. 7 days of being trapped in this penthouse, surrounded by his scent, his presence, his constant watchful eyes. Every moment felt like standing on the edge of a cliff. One wrong move and I'd fall completely under his control. His pheromones affected me constantly. Even when he tried to suppress them, they leaked through, making my knees weak, my thoughts hazy. I'd catch myself wanting to submit, to crawl into his lap and bare my neck like some desperate Omega. I hated it. Hated him. Hated myself more for wanting it. You need to eat, Doyak said, setting a plate in front of me at the breakfast table. I'm not hungry. You haven't eaten since yesterday. Eat. The alpha command in his voice made my body move before my brain could protest. I grabbed the fork, and his satisfied expression made me want to throw it at his head. My phone buzzed. Haejun's name flashed across the screen. I need to see him, I said. He's worried. Let me meet him for coffee. No. You can't keep me locked up forever. Doyak's eyes flashed. I can keep you safe. That's all that matters. This isn't about safety. This is about control. He didn't deny it. After breakfast, while Doyak was in his home office on a video call, I did something reckless. I went snooping. His private study was unlocked, arrogant of him, really. Inside, everything was pristine, organized, controlled. Just like him. I started opening drawers looking for, I didn't even know what. Answers. Evidence. Something to explain why he was doing this. What I found made my blood run cold. A folder. Thick, organized, labeled with my name. Inside were photos. Dozens of them. Me leaving my apartment. Me at coffee shops. Me at work presentations. Some were dated over a year ago, long before I'd ever set foot in his office. There were background reports. My education, my employment history, even my medical records. How had he gotten my medical records? And newspaper clippings about Yunsiek's previous assault charges. Reports about Omegas he'd hurt before me. My hands shook as I pulled out my phone and called Haejun. Saiwon. Thank God, I've been trying to reach you. I need you to look something up for me, I interrupted. Kwon-duk, find out everything you can about why he'd be watching me. Watching you? What are you talking about? Just do it, please. I'll explain later. 20 minutes later, Haejun called back. Okay, this is weird. I found society page photos from the Hanseong Charity Gala. 18 months ago. You're in the background of one, and soon, Doyak is in the same photo. He's staring right at you. My stomach dropped. 18 months ago. Before I'd even heard his name. There's more, Haejun continued. I asked around. Apparently, Doyak's been asking about you at industry events. Subtle questions. About your projects, your firm, whether you were mated. The study door opened behind me. I'll call you back, I whispered and hung up. Doyak stood in the doorway, his expression unreadable as he took in the open folder, the scattered photos. Find anything interesting? He asked quietly. You've been stalking me. My voice shook with rage. For over a year. Why? He stepped into the room, closing the door behind him. I wasn't stalking you. Then what do you call this? I threw a photo at him. You've been watching me, investigating me, collecting information. I've been waiting for you. That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't it? He moved closer and I backed up until I hit the desk. The first time I saw you at that gala, I caught your scent. Even through suppressants, even across a crowded room. Do you know how rare that is? I don't care. You're my fated mate, Saiwon. The words hung between us like a bomb. That's not real. Fated mates are just stories. They're rare, but real. His eyes burned into mine. The moment I scented you, I knew. My alpha knew. You were mine. Made for me. But you were so heavily suppressed, hiding what you were. I couldn't approach you. Couldn't claim you. So I waited. But learned everything about you. That's insane, I breathed. Is it? He crowded closer, his scent wrapping around me. Why do you think your suppressants failed? Why do you think my pheromones affect you so strongly? Why does your omega respond to me like no other alpha? Because it was true. God help me, I felt it too. That pull. That recognition. I never wanted this, I whispered. Neither did I. His hand came up to cup my face. I've built an empire on control. Logic. Strategy. And then you walked into that charity gala and destroyed everything. My phone rang. Haejun's name flashed. Doyak's expression darkened. Don't answer. I grabbed it. Haejun. Saiwon, where are you? I'm at your old apartment and... His voice cut off with a muffled sound. Haejun? Haejun. A different voice came on the line. Cold. Familiar. Terrifying. Hello, little Omega. Yunsiek. If you hurt him, my voice broke. Come to the warehouse on Pier 23. Alone. You have 2 hours or I start breaking bones. The call ended. I stared at the phone, my whole body shaking. I'm going, I said. Like hell you are. I met Doyak's eyes. He has Haejun. I'm not letting my best friend get hurt because of me. It's a trap. I don't care. I care. His hands gripped my shoulders. You're not sacrificing yourself. He'll kill Haejun. And I'll kill him first. Doyak's eyes flashed with something primal. Deadly. You're mine, Saiwon. Mine to protect. Mine to keep safe. And I'm not letting that bastard take what belongs to me. His pheromones exploded through the room. Pure dominance, pure possession. We're going together, he growled. And Baek Yunsiek is about to learn what happens when someone touches my mate. The warehouse stank of rust and saltwater. Doyak's hand gripped mine as we entered, his pheromones carefully suppressed. He'd insisted on coming, and I'd learned arguing with an alpha protecting his mate was pointless. Saiwon. Haejun's voice echoed from somewhere in the darkness. Don't, it's a trap. Lights flooded on, blinding. When my vision cleared, I saw Haejun tied to a chair in the center of the space, blood trickling from his split lip. And surrounding us, 5 alphas, all bigger than Doyak, all radiating hostility. Then Yunsiek stepped out from the shadows. He looked exactly as I remembered. Handsome in a cold, cruel way. Perfectly styled hair, expensive suit, dead eyes that had haunted my nightmares for 3 years. There's my runaway Omega, he purred. And you brought your new pet alpha. How thoughtful. Doyak's grip on my hand tightened. Let the beta go. No, I don't think I will. Yunsiek circled us slowly. You see, Saiwon needs to learn a lesson about who he belongs to. About what happens when he lets another alpha touch what's mine. I was never yours, I spat. His hand moved so fast I barely saw it. The slap sent me stumbling, but Doyak caught me, a growl rumbling from his chest that made the other alphas shift nervously. Still so defiant, Yunsiek sighed. I tried to train that out of you before. Clearly I failed. But don't worry, once I've killed your new alpha and remarked you properly, we'll have plenty of time to correct your behavior. You're not touching him. Doyak's voice was deadly calm. Yunsiek laughed. You're outnumbered. 5 alphas plus me. What are you going to do? This. Doyak's pheromones exploded. I'd felt his scent before, strong and overwhelming. But this was something else entirely. Pure apex alpha dominance crashed through the warehouse like a physical wave. The air itself seemed to thicken, to press down with unbearable weight. 2 of Yunsiek's alphas dropped to their knees immediately, heads bowed in submission. A third started backing toward the exit. Even Yunsiek stumbled back, his face going pale. What are you? He gasped. Apex, Doyak said simply. Did you really think you could threaten my mate and live? He moved. One moment he was beside me, the next he had the closest alpha by the throat, slamming him into a concrete pillar. The man went limp instantly, completely overwhelmed by Doyak's dominance. The remaining alphas attacked. Doyak moved through them like a force of nature, precise, brutal, unstoppable. His pheromones intensified with each movement, filling the space with such concentrated dominance that I could barely breathe. Yunsiek lunged for me while Doyak was distracted. His hand closed around my throat, spinning me against his chest. You're still mine, he hissed in my ear. His teeth grazed my neck, right over Doyak's mark. I'm going to erase him. Mark you so deeply you'll never. Doyak's roar shook the building. Yunsiek was ripped away from me, thrown 10 feet across the warehouse floor. Doyak stood over him, and I'd never seen anything so terrifying. His eyes had gone almost black, his canines extended, every line of his body screaming apex predator. Again. Each word was punctuated by grinding Yunsiek's face into the concrete. And I'll destroy everything you have. Your company. Your reputation. Your life. Do you understand me? Yunsiek whimpered, actually whimpered, in submission. Then I felt it. The familiar heat building in my core. Not now. Not here. But Doyak's concentrated pheromones, the violence, the terror, it was triggering another heat. My knees buckled. Doyak, I gasped. He was at my side instantly, gathering me against his chest. No, not yet. Hold on. Can't. The world was spinning. Slick soaked through my jeans. My body temperature spiked. Please. He freed Heijun with one hand, never letting go of me. Get out. Call this number. Tell them to clean this up. He pressed a card into Heijun's hand. Saiwun, Heijun started. We'll be fine. Now. The alpha command sent Heijun running. Doyak lifted me easily, carrying me toward the exit. Behind us, Yunsiek groaned, trying to rise. If I see you again, Doyak said without turning, if I even hear you've been near him, I'll kill you. That's not a threat. It's a promise. His pheromones pulsed once more. Now submit. I heard Yunsiek collapse, completely dominated. Then we were in Doyak's car, and I was burning alive. The heat consumed everything. Thought, reason, control. I clawed at my clothes, at him, desperate for relief. Almost home, he murmured, driving impossibly fast through Seoul's streets. Hold on for me, Omega. The penthouse. The bedroom. Cool silk sheets against my fevered skin. Doyak, I didn't recognize my own voice. Please. I need to hear you say it. He loomed over me, still fully in control despite my distress. I can help you through this heat. I can make it good. But first, you need to choose. Choose. Everything hurt. Burn. A temporary bond like before. Or, his hand cupped my face gently. I complete our mate bond. Permanently. You become mine forever, and I become yours. Through the haze of heat, I saw something in his eyes. Vulnerability. Why? I gasped. Because I love you. Simple. Devastating. I've loved you since that first moment at the gala. And I'm terrified you'll choose to leave when this is over. The heat pulsed through me. But beneath it, something else bloomed. something that had been growing despite my resistance. I hated you, I whispered. I know. I wanted to run. I know. But I can't. Tears burned my eyes. I can't leave you. Even when I should. Even when it's crazy. Yours, he finished. Say it, Saiwon. Please. I pulled him down to me, my lips brushing his ear. I'm yours. Forever. Completely. Mate me. His canines pierced my neck exactly where the temporary mark had been. But this time, when the bond snapped into place, it wasn't chains. It was wings. And I finally stopped running.